Hello, Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas to everyone, at least to the people that are still like humans. I'm back with the video I promised I was going to finish talking about Brazilian stalkers, Brazilian nasty gathering that it's been bugging me for many years. Today I'm gonna explain like what I think of that they are doing. In my opinion, I think Brazilians are using my body to monitor like body expression, and therefore they keep one kid, they keep one black man and one fat woman stalking me. I hear them all the time. Like I said in the other video, in order to bust these people, I have to buy several cameras, different cameras, and I don't have the money. As I'm speaking right now, they're laughing because they're just disgusting and they're nasty. They're like criminals. They're stalkers. They're like low life, nothing better to do. The woman stays home, hitting dishes. She makes sure I know that she knows when I go party, when I go to the bathroom. She makes phone calls. She talks loud about it. Every time it's like she's getting paid to keep eye on me. Let me put the fan here because it's very hot. It's really hot here. So this woman, it's like she's getting paid to observe me. They look like they're getting paid to keep tracking of me. It's not just one person, it's many of them. This started to happen to me 5 years ago when I started watching my niece for my sister. My sister and I, we used to have like good relationship, and then she went corrupted, and then now she's enjoying these people. She's doing the same. We stopped talking so that she could use interaction. She opened like a business, a beauty salon, and now she talks only through hating messages about me. She makes clients by gossiping about me. It's very weird like how Brazilians direction are taking, because this is so not what I have in mind. I thought we were going to do so much. I made a bunch of lists of things that it's been happening to me, and it's just like when I stop to make a video about it, it's because the thing is really bad. For example, Brazilian whispers. I don't understand how. I actually do understand why Brazilians like to live this way. They have no culture. They separate some guys to get graduated in school and confront me if I come and say what I'm saying right now. But the rest is all savage, and they live off of my brain, other people's brain, usually like old women above 30th and 40th, like 40 years old and 30 years old up and older, and they live off of other people, especially single men's brain. They monitor men, single men especially, from his butthole. They monitor the man's food, then they pick on his butt action, which I'm gonna explain right now. Because I'm not a doctor, Brazilians will talk crap about it, but this is what a doctor taught me, and I'm gonna shut their mouth right now, explain what they are doing. What Brazilians do, human beings, society, civilization, used to call lecture. It's how Aristotle used to lecture other people. That's what Brazilians are doing. I don't know if they just learned how to lecture this way from the human butt, from the human anal lecture. I don't know if they just learned that or if it's something new for them. It's just, that's all they do now these days. For the last 10 years, I spent 18 years in Brazil. growing up, learning life. Then I was spent 10 years in the United States, where I was sent to build. I think they sent me to the United States just to build economy in Brazil and the United States, and to develop like a virtual brain or business map that they could like stalk me and get through. That's what they do. They stalk me, and by stalking me, they go through like United States subjects and internet business and stuff. But I don't get paid. They push me away aside from society, and they keep on stalking me and bullying me and pissing me off and following me and monitoring my body actions. And they try to they create new characters each time in life. For example, right now they're trying to create a stereotype of a guy that he's short, bald head, and have a beard. They try to make this guy bully me or stuff, but he can't, because I will beat the crap out of him. So they're just making a stereotype. So he's not a man to face me and try to push me around, because I will beat the crap out of him. So they're making like this all the time in my face character guy. So when I go online, he's always there. So he's a mixture of a Jew with terrorist, and then Brazilian bald head short guy trying to be political and stuff, but he doesn't know how to get in an American conversation or political conversation. He's trying to use me as an aim to be the center of attention, and to try to kind of like get into Americans' conversation, try to grab a piece of something. And also they are using me and my body so that people can read body expression and stuff. I believe that they use me because they're very, I don't think they're scared anymore, but they were very scared of my father, because my father were tall, nice, good looking, very handsome, my father looked like a Hollywood actor. So I think that really bothered people. So they put him in a lot of alcohol and cigarettes, and put him to do hard work, civil work, construction work. That's what Brazilians do. Like, Brazilians are short, small, bald head. They're very savage. When they see a guy tall like me, like I would be just like my father, even surpass him, like Thor father and stuff. This scares them, because they get jealous, they get envy, they start imagine a bunch of things. Oh, this guy's gonna be this and that, and so their focus it's on destroying people like me, my DNA especially. Guess why I never succeed in married or with a girlfriend? Because there's a lot of gossiping. And I just find out this thing. The last girl I was with, I was kind of dating a girl just to check her out. They start pushing. She's very gorgeous, especially very, very gorgeous. Gorgeous yoga. She do yoga. Amazing, tall, amazing woman. As soon as I start dating her, they start pushing her to do drugs. So she started doing marijuana and pot and stuff. And every time it's this way. She wasn't her anymore. She was just like always in pot. And every time we would go meet each other, she was smoking. And I could notice there was always, any girl that I was with, there was always like a construction guy behind her, far away, but kind of like in the same direction. Looks like, it's very weird. I don't know if it's an engineer type of situation that they're setting up against me, but there was always a guy behind both of us in a straight line, trying to kind of like, do you know when you're trying to manipulate a puppet from distance, like if you have the strings and stuff? That's what he was trying to do. And I don't know if his thought suggestions were hitting her and stuff, but it worked. And many girls that I was with, there was always a guy either pushing her to break up, or a guy with a better car, with a motorcycle, or pushing her or the girl at the time to do drugs. So I thought to myself, well, definitely they don't want me to get married or get kids or be successful. That I know that now. But what happens to me every day is that I have a neighbor, she's nasty, she takes turns with other nasty neighbors, and she's gossiping about me throughout the neighborhood and probably through my sister, which is the owner of the house. She wants me to lose my room here. Like I said before, I'm not going to stay here very long because I can't stand living here. Also, I don't have like the real deal of life being here around these people. As soon as I get out, they're going to restart economy. That's how they do. When I was here before, life was savages. As soon as I left, I went to the United States. I started working like my butt off to try to at least get by. So they start economy in Brazil behind my back. So I'm not part of Brazil at all. But I understand now that somehow I'm a big piece of Brazilian puzzle bullshit. I believe from the bottom of my heart that Brazilians, they do not pay taxes. None of them. They do not pay taxes. They do not pay any government responsibility, bills and stuff. And they use me as their Jesus Christ. I think I'm their Jesus Christ in paper, written. I think I'm their Jesus Christ. And teenager young girls, they are such a prostitutes, and they pretend to be Christians. And because they tried to set me into, into church back in the day when I was younger, now they claim me as their property. I no longer go to church because I think they're such a full of shit. I think they're so hypocritical. I respect the scripture. I respect all religion. I haven't found mine yet. I'm still looking for it, and I hope someday God will guide me to the right direction, and I will be invited to a very a gaudy, good energy, positive energy religion type of community. I don't want to be around negative, fake ass like Brazilians are. Brazilians, they are fake, they're phony, they're liars, they're thieves. They live off of trying to get something out of me, either from the United States, from my past lives, trying to dig of my past lives, or to trying to kill me now. I don't know what they're gonna gain by killing me here. I don't want anything. And this is what's happening. I'm gonna start from the day one. It's complicated now to talk about life without talking about the phenomenon that people are using against me, which is, which is the butthole lecture. I started reading my book, my uncle's books, and I went through a lot of books. I made research and stuff through life history, and I learned that our ancestors, they used to use this method. But to teach, not to stalk like the Brazilians are doing, not to bog, not to criticize like children do. Children in Brazil, they stay up from far away, so they shouted something very negative. Their message goes across the whole city until it hits its target. In the case me or somebody else. Brazilians' mission is to turn any man into a homosexual. They start when the person is a child. They bully the person in school. The Brazilians, they live off of taboo. They teach the kids how to be materialistic. They teach kids that school is not important, that what's important is to be materialistic, and your father has to have a car so you can show off for others. And the weekend is go out, wash your father's car, whatever car it is. Usually it's a piece of crap car. Sometimes Brazilians, they like to show up with pickup trucks and stuff. They think they're the shit. They think they're the ultimate shit of life. But for me, they're just piece of crap. So this is what Brazilians do. They teach children to be materialistic and to focus on other kids' butthole. They start on school. They pick on people in school. They have a little, little criminals here and there. They have a traffic of info traffic. Each neighborhood have a little puppet riding a motorcycle, and this puppet, he carry on with the message of our privacy. He rides his bicycle. Sometimes they cut his necks off, and I don't know, I think because sometimes when he tries to conspiration against his own kind. They cut his neck with like a line. They put a line in the street, and then when he passed by, they cut his neck off. So Brazilians are insane. They're building crime among us, and they are doing now with pizzerias. They're doing with restaurants, with a little lunch BS stuff. But it's always involved with drugs, crack, cocaine, and traffic of info, privacy info stuff. And I'm not scared of them. They think I'm not scared of them. They're always barking about something about me. They're sending hidden messages to the air. When I pass by, they talk shit. They're always talking shit to me. But I'm not scared of them. If someday one of those guys swing at me, I will put all my anger into a guy like this, and I think I might kill it. I think I might kill it. And then, as I know, his father will come. Usually is a black guy that's just sitting his nasty ass at some bar, and he will come, and then I will hit as many as I can until they will all try to kill me, and maybe I will die on the spot. That's what their logic, that's how it works. But I will not stop. I will just kill as many as I can whenever they come. This happens before many times, and I've seen it with my own eyes. Brazilians are so nasty and so like pathetic. They put me in so many situations so that I could see the real them. So I know who they are. But anyway, so I'm going to continue here, because the reason why I think Satan in Brazil pushed me to do videos like this is because they're so satanic and so savage that they don't know those phenomena, and they need people like me to go and explain. I will give them a tip, and I will explain how, just to prove how savage they are, and that they have no idea what they're talking about when they go in politics, when they go try to do anything. You know, my English might be bad. I might mumble. I understand that. I wasn't born in America, and I do not have the Native American accent, but I know what I'm talking about. I don't dare the things the Brazilian dare, and then later on, past many years, they abandoned the construction thing that just they could have made so many hospitals for poor people, schools, and helped so many people. They just steal money from poverty. They use Jesus' name, and by stalking some single guy like me, by stalking single guys like me, they are expanding Adam's heritage. All the heritage in Israel, it's from all of us. It's all of us. We all own that. That's all of us heritage. It's not just Arabic's heritage. It's not just Brazilian's heritage. It's all of us. We all are part of the heritage of Adam. But Brazilians, they put a guy with a tie, they make some young guy graduate, and then they put him in power, and then he's the one releasing the money to assholes. That Brazilians are a bunch of assholes, live in jungles and hide in places throughout Brazilian jungle and stuff. They steal trucks, pickup trucks from Paraguay and some from other irregular countries. They cross those sport cars to Arabic, through Dubai, to Brazil, through guys that have weapons that can kill anyone. So they do a lot of traffic of cars and stuff. They no longer do contract on sports cars. They do not rent anymore. They do not do the regular things like the honest way human beings used to do. Now they do drug traffic, and the police, it's behind all of this. Whenever something go wrong, the federal, they go over there and they're like, oh, we're gonna confiscate this. But they're not confiscating anything. They're just taking it from the scene so that society don't see what really is going on. But also society will never go against the police. There's no brainer. There's no one with a brain that can go against police or the intelligence out there. People only go with, excuse me, society only goes with the stronger one. If you are killing tons of people and you're strong, society will go with you. Society don't have a personality. People are hypocritic. People are fake. People want to be among like winners, people that have weapons, people that have big cars. That's why, that's why a lot of people buy big, huge trucks to show power and stuff. But that's not power. That's just to show how selfish and so inconsiderate other people are towards like small families that are struggle to get by, you know. As I read in books, we're not supposed to live the way we're living, like Brazilians and Americans do. You know, Brazilians and Americans are just stealing from poor people, and they're not giving poor people the chance to become anyone or to be anybody. For example, in my case, my youth were stolen from me. I didn't know life was about custom service, that United States only hired people about good custom service. This is all a bunch of lies. They didn't prepare me for this. They didn't tell me, oh, you gotta be extremely perfect towards other people, towards clients. No, they didn't say that to me. I have everything right here. I have the client's map and the business map right in my head, so that you can't say that this is what you said, because that's not what you said. You just stole my youth from me. You build Brazilian economy. You build San Francisco, California economy. You push me away to try to force me or to make me restart life throughout New York or Boston or Miami or New Jersey, so that you would have a bunch of different business throughout the United States in the different states, while you pushed me away so that I could get back to Brazil poor and nothing in my hand. That's what you did. Brazilians, they're still in the United States. They're in California. I know all of their business. I know all the Americans' business. They're all right here. With a little bit of money, I can make Brazil become United States if I want. Tomorrow, today. But I cannot do this by myself, and that's why Brazilians keep me alone and single, and that's why they're actually trying to drive me crazy. They send hidden messages, they whisper messages all the time. They keep me alone. They make people not to be my friends. They like, oh no, don't be friends with him. They create some BS story about me, so that person, no one ever approach me to be my friends. They only send fat women with like unloved marriage or very like trying to be self-centered. Those gossip women from poor neighborhoods and stuff in Brazil to try to conversation with me, but I already know why they are trying to do this. It's very sad end for me. I should have known when everything started in the United States. There was many things I starting with me in the United States that I started noticing, and I started thinking to myself like, wow, I know God, and when things like this start to happen, it's kind of like a warning for me, and I didn't pay attention, especially marriage, and I started noticing FedEx, you know, when Brazilians start gathering and talking about me behind my back. So I started noticing. I was like, well, I used to get there 7 o'clock in the morning, get out, sometimes even 9 o'clock in the night. I didn't even have lunch. From 7 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock in the night, I didn't stop. Only like, I couldn't stop to drink water, to tell you the truth. And Brazilians had only myself to talking about me and talking crap about me. One day, my wife called me, my ex-wife called me and she said she was scared and stuff, that I had to go home. I left everything, I went home. So I started to notice that Brazilians, they were making something behind my back. I noticed that Brazilians, they used me to create a bunch of business. Right now, when I go online, I see a bunch of them full of cars and stuff, and probably they made money wash behind my back. There's so many illegal criminal things that they do. I don't want to talk about it. Who knows? You know, I'm not a cop. I don't want to talk about, but there's a lot. And if someday I find out that they're using my name to do those things, then I will go online. I will expose all of them. I will expose bank fraud. I will expose like car frauds. I will expose visa frauds, green card fraud, all the frauds that Brazilians do. They still do. They think I'm scared of them. I'm not. They put like a bunch of criminals here and there to try to scare me, but usually it's like some guy trying to be like Indiana Jones like or something, and sometimes they threaten me in the street. Like I said, in the day when I hit him, I'm not gonna hit him just a street fight. I'm gonna go down, but he's not gonna ever threaten anyone again. Never ever again. Sometimes I back off, I avoid and stuff. But the day when I cannot avoid, I'm gonna hit him real bad, and that's when it's gonna be. When the day when I'm not gonna stop. Gonna hit one guy, and that's gonna be it. I'm gonna go after each of them. That's what I'm gonna do. So, and unfortunately, I will not hit the right person, because the right person is always like some fat lady or some black guy, on top of everyone else whispering to those dumbass Brazilians to do crime, little crimes in the street, little robberies, a little crime on government stuff, or everywhere throughout the world. I would never hit the real sources of the crime. The real sources is he's usually smart too, and he's not in the street dealing with like anyone. He's always in nightclubs. He's doing like real expensive cars that they steal from society. They're not really doing the economy money flow. They're doing shortcuts. And when criminals do shortcuts, we as the small fish, we don't get any food. We don't get any piece of anything, because they start doing this when they stop. I remember when I used to wait tables in Brazil. A guy used to sit in a table in Brazil. I remember I was very young. One time, I remember I waited a table that was, the amount of the bill was 1,600 something. Guy sat in the table, he's like, put a bigger table there for me. They were always, I didn't know exactly, but I kind of knew that they were all bullshit. They were always spending someone else's money. Probably was my money, because I was young and they were spending my money, my youth. That's why they were so ballsy, and they're like, oh, we're gonna use you to spend your money while we get old. So they used to lay the big table and just bring him food, and like the best food money could ever buy, very expensive wine, and 12-year-old wine, and the most expensive champagne stuff. And I would work from the afternoon, maybe 12 o'clock, without food, all the way to 3 o'clock in the morning, waiting table for those guys. They're probably all dead now, or who knows where the fuck they are. But that's what Brazilians used to make me go through. They showed me everything in life. They showed me how life was possible to be, like the beauty of life and the riches of life and stuff. TV especially. The Brazilian TV is the most satanic assholes, thieves, evil thing alive today, is the Brazilian TV. I find out that even crime, they are the ones whispering, and they are planning to do the same thing that they do with jails throughout the world. They are planning to do in Brazil too. They're planning to make people real slaves, like 21st century, trying to make slaves out of people. Excuse me, I cannot mix water with milk. I just had breakfast, and milk and water makes me burp all the time, so I shouldn't. Sometimes I mix craziest things and start burping like crazy. So this is it. I know too that there's a lot of stalkers that they just want to see updates of our face, how we are doing, because society now are checking even inside our toilets. They're 24/7 on people. They're checking on people. They're monitoring our body expression, our facial. They're comparing our families. Usually black people, they're most rich ones, because they seem not to get along with anyone, and they just stay in their homes. They're trying to be a part of society. We have those big guys that kind of like the big stars in Hollywood. They're just posers and show-offs, and those guys are the ones holding the most richers of black people. The rest, they are throughout our neighborhoods. The majority of them are savages. Majority of them are violent. The ghetto ones, they're violent. They're like kind of like pigs, like a savage pigs from jungles and stuff. They're always attacking people. Anyone that they see different, they have to attack. They have to kind of like swing at someone. It's really weird, like where they get this culture from. If you look at Africans, the tribe men, he's always calm. He's always teaching something. He's always teaching you how to do something. I have a man in my life, he's black, and he was introduced to me when I was a kid. I don't know if it's bullshit either, but he turns to become my godfather since then. I don't know. It's not that I don't trust. I just think life is just full of shit. I just think people are just full of shit. I think everything's set up. He haven't proved me different. Sometimes it's kind of weird, but he's there, and he's different. He's different than other black people. I know a lot of black people that they're different. They're there to make a difference. They have, some of them have beautiful voice. It's fun to sing with. But the majority of them, they're just like cheaters. They're savages. They don't have anything to offer. They're just nasty. They always have to fight someone. They're envy. They expose so much their envy. And the sad thing is that our cute, poor people, they take all this to them. You shouldn't take all this fault to you, because you're already poor. You don't have a lot of strength on your body to fight big people like a stronger person. So you shouldn't take all what I'm saying to you. Sometimes I go out and I see like a homeless black woman, or a black girl, little girl homeless. It looks like she's taking to her. It's like, you shouldn't. Whatever I cannot do to help you, I won't do it to destroy you or to make you feel worse than you already are. You are homeless. Why should I hurt you? Why should I make you feel worse? I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about black people that just mind other people's business. Black people that, some fat black women that just, they don't have anything better to do. They just think they're gods because they killed before. They killed many people and they got away with it, and they think they're gods. And they're so not gods at all. And that's it. So that's what I have to talk about black people. And like I said before, don't try to poison other black people against, because black people are their theories. You have to know the theory of them. It's not all of them they're the same. If you want to combine all together and get all mad and take what I'm saying to all of you, that's your problem. I'm not talking about all of you. I'm talking about the ones that are nasty, the ones that are what you know what you are. And that's it. So the rest, it's what I was saying. Brazilians are creating like a stereotype now, a short, bald, face of a terrorist, some guy that is he is either trying to find ways to block me to go back and forth or whatever I want to go, because they're trying to create territory, which is not going to happen to me. You have to kill me, because I'm gonna go anywhere I want to go, and no one will stop me. No one. And if you hit me someday with a car, I'm gonna start. The first day that you hit me, I'm gonna go straight to a police, and I'm gonna tell him. And if he doesn't do anything against my problem, I will cut his head off right in the spot. I promise you. As my name is Abimael, I'll cut his head right in the spot. You hit me with a car, you will see what I'm gonna do. So, like I said before, I don't trust police. in Brazil. I think police in Brazil are a piece of shit. I think you're a pretender. I think you're just nothing. I think you're just like a piece of crap with a weapon. Some crazy dude just gave you a weapon. You are not a, they call delegado. You're not a delegado at all. A delegado, like a police chief, will never leave the city, become the pothole, the piece of shit that our city is. A man with police power, he'll never live, people live the way they live. Never. They would never let life become what life it is. For me, you're just nothing. You're a piece of shit. If you listen to this, I'm talking to you police. For me, Brazilian police, you're a piece of shit. You're just nothing. You're just, do you know this water right here? It's like there's nothing. There's nothing there. So that's how I see you. You're nothing. So I don't even know why I'm talking about you, because I don't depend on you. You don't help me anyhow. You don't protect me. You don't save me from people that are stalking me. You don't do anything. The times I went to the police station, tried to ask for help, I begged you, looked, I opened my heart, tried to explain to them. You try to push, first you put people in it, you create stereotypes against myself, people that envy me and hate me, and then when I go look for help, you put the same DNA piece of shit police to talk to me. Therefore, when you put the stereotype that you created to help me, automatically I'm not gonna say what's bothering me. You know, for me it's just nothing. For me you're just Satan. You're just satanic. For me you're gay, to tell you the truth. For me you all gay. For me you're gay, and you wanna to be gay and be cop, and then it's to be a cop and be gay, and you wanna be accepted. And the way you police, Brazilian police, find to express your gayness is to pick on other people. And then you know, because you have the most power in your hand, you go like this, you think this way. I'm going to pick on this guy because I can piss him off, and then I'm just going to sit back here and laugh about... You make a human, you make like people suffer to be your human. Your humor, you can see throughout the internet. People's humor now, and especially in Brazil, is watching other people fall hard and hurting themselves. I used to laugh too, not because people were falling, but because other people were laughing, and we always started laughing. When I started notice, I was like, wait a minute, I'm laughing, and people are noticing that I'm laughing. I saw kids showed me by mistake. I find out through kids. You can see a lot of things from kids. They try to be the truth, but it's a bunch of bullshit too. But I understood that I was laughing actually about the accident. So I quit. I changed, because if you're not an asshole like you guys are, you understand that there is a way to change your body will by changing your mind. So I changed my human, and by changing my way of laugh. I said, I'm not going to laugh about those things anymore. So I started changing that. So I quit watching those stupid humans that you dumbass do. When I say those things to you as a police, I don't want you to take me bad, but this is how you present yourself to me. I'm not scared of you. Don't send me your butthole energy bullshit, because police is so stupid. You're so stupid that because you don't have anything else to scare people with, you use your brain to scare people with butthole energy. Do you understand how you do this? I'm going to explain to you. In the brain, right here, in your brain, not in the cortex, but in your brain, in your human brain, we have cells. There's a tiny little cells in the brain, and each cell of those, you can fill the gaps with memories or actions. You dumbass Brazilians, you choose to use the brain to bog other people's butthole through distance, using only your brain, your mind control order. You do express orders through your mind. How you do this? You choose an aim, for example, in the case me or anyone else. So you choose. That's how you crucified many Brazilian teenagers. You didn't success with me. That's why you're going to put me through what I'm going through right now. But usually that's why teenagers in Brazil don't grow up to be strong and be healthy and be a good model of a man, because you don't let them. Usually because you're short, because you're bald head, because you have a bald head DNA, because you're black, because you envy about anything, because you're ugly, because you're savage, because you're from some savage community in Brazil and stuff. That's you. And so you look for a kid, like a teenager or a woman or something, and then you make the command through your head. You send a thought, suggestion, command. It's not a suggestion, it's express order. You send express order towards your aim, the person. The thought first hits. Sometimes it's very hard. The person it's innocent, like I was before, like anyone else is innocent. But because you're so nasty and dirty, you work on that. So you focus on the person's butt until it clicks. When it clicks, the person gets scared. The person, it kind of like you wake up the person. You're like, oh, the person wake up. That time you made a code right there. So the brain, if you do it again, will do it again. The person that you hit it with your thought express order, which back in the day on our ancestors used to call that lecture. Aristotle was killed because of that. If you don't know, if you read so much, like you're so full of shit, if you ain't shit. But if you knew, excuse me, Aristotle, he died because of that. They killed him because he used to do this too much to his students, so they killed him. So you dumbass police and Brazilian satanic stalkers, that's what you do. You send the thought-provoking express order towards the person's butthole. The brain, it sends a command through the nerve throughout the body. So throughout the body, the brain sends the command by getting the thought. That's the brain, the victim's brain send the command through the body and goes right to the butt. So the butt kind of like it kind of wakes up. That line, you create a line right there. So every time you want to do your bullshit, which you're not teaching anyone anything, you're not helping anyone, you're not creating a better world, you're not creating better schools, you're not creating hospitals, you're not helping any shit. You're just helping criminals to transfer drugs throughout South America and North America and China and all the nasty places there. You call yourself a man. How can you call yourself a man? You call yourself a man just because what you fuck a girl every day, because you have prostitutes everywhere. You think this is being a man? You think just because you carry on zillions of dollars for drugs, you think you're a man? You think you're the shit? You think you're God? You're not. I'm telling you right here, you are not. You are wasting our generation. You're wasting our life. You wasted our youth by creating money flow and trying to understand the internet system and everything else. I know. I don't need to know. I know what with a little bit of money and a little bit of people that I could trust, which is it's no way right now. I could be a billionaire by tomorrow. I know everything, every business American ever know. I know the conversation. I know the vocabulary. I know which book I should be reading. I know which woman I should get married with. I know which way to get the truth from a woman. I know which way to get the truth from the police. I know how the police work. I know how we call BO in Brazil. I know how a BO works. They don't tell me, but I read things. When I do things, I read documents, I read papers, I read things, so I know how it works. I know I'm not included. I know I'm not included in the money washing of Brazil and the United States and throughout the world. That's why I'm a survivor now, because I'm not involved in Brazilian or anything like this. I'm not going to do drugs because they will put me in drugs just to kill me. I don't have a strong father that I can turn into and ask him for help or advices. The judges are corrupted. Hollywood co-opted my father to build like characters with a beard and like a Thor father and stuff, like Odin characters, by using my father's character. That's my father. Hollywood is my father. Hollywood is my father that was a poor man, come from a poor place in a wrong time, in a time of no development. He lived a little bit. He can't complain much, but he lived a little bit. But they knew that man would, if that man learned English back in the day, imagine, if that man continued having the companies that he had back in the day, imagine him now today, where there is only corrupted people. There's so much things to happen still, but what Brazilians are doing is that they're checking out who is the stronger families, and then later on they're just gonna do the whole thing. They're just gonna take the whole thing. They're not like they did in FedEx. For example, FedEx they called me out. You wanna work? Come work with FedEx with us. Okay, here's a truck. Go deliver some package. Didn't care. So they caught the person's. There's no lunch. There's no medical. There's no dental. There's no nothing. Just a man in a truck working like crazy. They are focused on his butt to try to push him to have like hemorrhoids or get disease and die already, so that his wife can steal his stupid computer. And then Brazilians are setting different situation on the other side to try to destroy his life by legalizing his bad image and stuff. And then the other side, they're creating Lula government in Brazil while he's outside, and then they're planning to bring him back in so that he's gonna be the joke of inside. But he's gonna bring news, and he's gonna bring English, and then there's the rich girls that they lived in the United States before. They learn English, native English, that they can compete with him, which is me. And then whenever he tries to teach English or try to speak Spanish, they will make fun of him, because Brazilians, they are moved by taboo. And to keep someone poor, you have to make a lot of fun of them. And let's whatever money he gets, let's put him in Uber. And then whenever he try to drive a Uber, we're gonna collect all his economies by charging him rent. Whenever his money is gone, we're gonna come up with BS about custom service BS, and then we're gonna take the car from him and the money. So he's gonna be without a car and without the money. Also, let's destroy his credit, because we're going to build on a credit for him, like a ghost credit in the United States for him. Whenever he comes back to Brazil, he will have no credit at all, so he won't be able to buy anything or be anyone, so we're going to push him around. So now I asked you, who will help me against these demons? I do all the things that I do to try to get along with them, and look what they do, what they get me. They get me here. Nowhere. And like I said in the other video, what I think is that Brazilians, they are trying to kill the guys from my youth age, one by one. Like I was watching today, this drug dealer that got killed. I think that they are trying to do this to all of us because we are witness of the past. For example, all my friends from childhood, I have one good friend that he's working, he's okay, he got married, and he kind of got away from this target aim thing. And many of them got married, but majority of them got killed. It's kind of like a ritual in Brazil. The people that grew up with me, they killed, they try to create like a legislation crime that they can kill people that they're witness from the past. Now they are exposing a lot of kids, especially kids. Kids in Brazil, they work like in Brazil we call them aviãozinho, like a little plane, aeroplane, little aeroplane. it's a very bad profession that the kids are doing, but they are kind of like the ones that tell, they are the ones that tell secrets of anyone. They spot someone, like for example me, and there's a kid watching me, all my activities, and he goes and take my information through a drug dealer or a criminal close by or a fat woman that is monitoring everyone. So we are kind of like prisoners of fat women with a retirement situation money that comes into her easily, or drug dealers with bars around or pizzeria around. And the kids are the ones that take the information to them. Kids or motorcycle guys. So we are prisoners of a traffic of info traffic. The police in Brazil is fake and phony. They just get paid from military's job and stuff, but they don't do shit. They only appear to beat up teenagers or to kill someone that they already set to kill. At least they understand what law of a man is. I have to give you that. At least you don't, you know, I think you should know that once the person is done with you, you shouldn't have anything to do with me. So thank God you, at least that way you don't bother me. Like I said, it's not all cops, you know, that you can, if you shake around, you're gonna find a lot of smart, nice guys out there, but the majority are they're bossy. They're trying to show off, trying to impose. Even me, my friend, me with a gun, I come with a gun in your face, you're gonna shit your pants. Anyone is like this. This is called approach. It's not you using your brain to force a scary situation in my body and in my butthole that you are scaring me up. I can do that too. I think it's so stupid. I think it's so dumbass. I think you Brazilian police, you're so stupid and dumb that I feel kind of like I feel sad that life turned out to be the way it is, because you're so dumb and stupid. Especially your leader, your police station leader, who you call delegado. For me, you're stupid. You're so dumb. You're dumb, stupid. For me, you're analphabet. For me, you're gay. For me, you take advantage of people. They're alone. They don't have any sources of help. For me, you're all liars. You're all thieves. You take advantage of others. You take advantage of small families. I think you're just corrupted. You, like I said, especially gay. You're very gay from your butthole. And you need to involve us in your gayness. And the way you try to involve us in your gayness is by exposing your gun and showing your army and stuff. But that doesn't make you any man. So that's that. And take care and goodbye.